Hey Capricorn, and welcome back to my channel. This is the Flourishing Mystic. If you are new here, I want to give you a big warm welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have several decks I want to work with in this reading. I'm going to be doing your next 3 months, January through to March. So let's see what's in store for you, beautiful Capricorns. What's coming up for Capricorns, what's coming their way, anything that we should know or you would have them know, beloved spirit. Let's tune in. So for the month of January, you have Evil Eye Protection. February, Skull Endings. No matter how many times I shuffle, even off camera, this card seems to be coming through for a lot of signs. And then in the month of March, you have Globe Possibility. Wow, I'm getting a boost of energy coming from this card, so I'm loving that. Okay, there's going to be a real significant change between February and March that I'm already picking up on. Bottom of the deck is the Succulent card, and I was telling my fellow Taurus readers that my mom, who's a Capricorn, purchased me a succulent, and it's one of the most resilient plants I have. I'm loving this reading already. Okay, so I want to move through it and I want to get to it. Let me shift the camera here. January, Evil Eye Protection. So in the month of January, you can feel that either you are drawn to certain places and situations, or you feel like in your bones when to say, you know what, I'm not that interested, or something tells you not to go someplace or show up somewhere. That's sort of the Evil Eye Protection card. There's this internal knowing and guidance system that's here with you in the month of January. You may resonate with the evil eye symbol, or this is just a card and energy coming through that's saying you, your loved ones, your possessions are safe, your home is safe. So there could just be an acknowledgement there. Maybe you've had a rough patch at work or in the home, or worried about some sort of outcome, how it's going to turn out. Some of you have picked up on an energy that you feel like it's not really yours. There's this evil eye protection that kind of returns back to sender is what I'm getting, a return back to sender. And you can always affirm that aloud. Like any negative cords attached to me, beloved spirit, please return back to sender. Okay, or transmute into love, healing for all parties involved. Something like that coming in. The number 1 is significant. January is a 1 month. So I feel like this is also a very spiritually symbolic month for you, or you're going to be seeing a lot of signs, getting a lot of nudges. Your internal guidance system, I feel like the month of January is really strong and heightened. I also feel like you're being very protective with your own energy, what you give your time to, what you give your time and your thoughts, what you give your thoughts to. You have this awareness of the power of your beliefs. So you know that your beliefs, your thoughts are creating your future moments. I feel like you're keeping them really clean. I feel like some of you have gone on a detox from complaining, from maybe even oversharing. Some of you are keeping a lot to yourself in the month of January, and it's actually like a sacred, it's protecting your energy as well. Some of you can't be bothered with lower vibrations. I see some of you are really cleansing the home with sage or Palo Santo, or doing like sea salt baths, using crystals to keep your energy pure and sort of reflect back any negativity, especially coming from other people. You could be very sensitive to other people's energy. If somebody is having a bad day, you can really easily pick up on it and sometimes absorb it as your own. This card is coming through to invite you to ask yourself, is this what I'm feeling, or did I just pick up this energy somewhere? Some of us are super sensitive, and we can walk by a person who's having a miserable day and that rubs off on us. Okay, so you may just want to take a deep breath and let it go, or visualize that sort of vibration not being attached to you or not being yours. A lot of people do sea salt baths as well to dissolve any sort of attachments that they came across throughout the day. So that kind of energy is coming through for January. Looking into February, you have skull endings. A lot of endings for a lot of the signs. So there's major cycles completing. And what I love about the month of February is we are going into the year of the dragon. And in the year of the dragon, I'm getting this sense that anything is possible. A lot of us will be moving out of stagnation. A lot of us will be moving out of some sort of lull or challenge or difficulty. We're going to find the inner strength to move forward, forge ahead. Look at March. You have globe, possibility. March, you already have adopted this newer mentality of what life could be like for Capricorn. What could it really be like? A lot of you are getting more in tune with yourselves and your truest and highest desires. You want more from life. There's a world of possibility out there for the sign of Capricorn, but you have to know what you want as well. When you know what you want, you simply align, you attract, you move in that direction. You have those three options, or you can do one or all three, and it's still going to get you to the same place. Okay, I see a world of possibilities for the sign of Capricorn, but what does Capricorn want is what the question coming through. Travel can also be a real possibility for Capricorn. So Capricorn, you want to make sure that you have your passports ready to go, your paperwork. You never know what kind of opportunity can come up for some of you. Some of you may be invited on a trip. Some of you may find the resources to book a trip in the month of March. So why not have and be prepared? Why not prepare in advance? Tell the universe you're ready. I'm ready for adventure. I'm ready for travel. I have my passport ready to go. I got my luggage ready to go. I have certain things here in preparation for whatever comes, in preparation for an adventure, in preparation for booking my ticket and being able to take off. Maybe some of you may even take time off, or just plan, or be open to planning. Let's get into January again. We're going to unfold this. We're going to flow back and forth. So bear with me. A lot is going to come through for the next 3 months. Let's look at January. We have 2 cards. We have Ace of Swords and 7 of Cups. So yeah, like 7 of Cups sometimes to me is confusion, or it's not being clear, or not feeling clear, not seeing something clearly. But you have this beautiful Ace of Swords to support you in the month of January, where any sort of mind confusion or even emotional confusion, you're able to get to the bottom of and clearly decide or clearly act. This is also another form of protection, because sometimes when there's let's call it a spiritual attack or something. Let's call it a negative vibration. When that kind of energy is around, it can actually cause us to be very confused, not clear-minded, indecisive, which is the energy of the 7 of Cups. But you have kind of pulled in this protection energy, and it comes in the form of direct clarity, Ace of Swords. You also have the number 1 there. There's something very direct and forward about the month of January, which I am loving. Maybe you get real clear on a situation, which brings you to this ending by the month of February here with the skull. Let's look further into this. For Capricorn, let's look at February. You have 9 of Pentacles. Wow. So this is something to do with career, or where you put the main focus, or where you put the majority of your energy throughout your day. 9 of Pentacles is actually a very positive card, and it comes from a lot of discipline. It comes from a lot of organization, like organizing your time, not procrastinating. Saving your money, paying your bills. There's something very organized and tidy about this 9 of Pentacles that then ironically allows you to be more free and creative. So something about time management is also coming up in the month of February. This is a very intuitive reading. I get what I get. So 9 of Pentacles, there's something about time management, something about money management, a budget that you wouldn't think would help and contribute to overall creativity, flourishment, spiritual growth, personal development, but it's very much tied into it. So you may plan like your ideal schedule and try to follow every single day. And in doing so, you have more time to do the things that actually matter to you. You have more time to invite more joy and play, and maybe even open up another stream of income with the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, with a very organized and meticulous schedule, this somehow brings about more joy and play and more time for the things that you really want to do. That could be an ending. You could be ending a cycle of just maybe overly debating, thinking, procrastinating, getting in your own way. That could be one way to look at it. But the ending could be anything under the sun. This is just another energy coming through with the 9 of Pentacles. It's also a very financially favorable time. Okay, some of you could open up a side business or start this new stream of income here. Maybe unexpectedly, maybe you start delving into a passion of yours, something that makes you happy and smile from the inside out. This brings you more to work with somehow, okay? More, like for some people, money. Maybe by March, you're not going to have that money concern of travel, okay? There could be something opening up in the month of February, okay? Let's move into March. For Capricorn, March. Yeah, so by the 31st of the month, some of you are taking off. Maybe that's when you've booked a trip, or you come to this special realization of, you know what? I have the world at my fingertips. I can do what I want to do in this lifetime. You realize there's potential, there's possibility. Some of you will begin to act, you will begin to do, you'll start, okay? You're going to move something along because you simply take the first step. If you don't take the first step, you are essentially holding yourself back. March could be a month where you stop holding yourself back, okay? And you welcome in a world of possibility. So let's open up March. Wow, you have the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. It's feeling joy. It's moving out of deliberation, being on the fence about a matter, confusion, and you gain some sort of clarity. Look at all of that gold and light golden light that represents truth. It represents clarity. It represents an understanding of what you want. Remember how that energy came through about needing to know what you actually want? That's so important for actually achieving it or receiving it or aligning with it. You can't possibly align to, you can align to anything, positive or negative. But if you don't put it out there in the universe that this is what I want, this is what I claim, you're just going to be served whatever. So they're giving me that analogy of like, it's like going to a restaurant. Okay, if you just ask the waiter or the waitress to bring you whatever, they'll bring you whatever, and then you either take it or you leave it. But if you're clear, if you know what you want to order, especially in advance, you give your order to the waiter or the waitress, and then you patiently wait for it to arrive, and you know it's going to arrive. So there's that kind of energy coming in, calling you to put in your order with the universe, but also within yourself, and know that you're going to be asking for the guidance of how, like, what steps do I need to take to make this happen? And then you're going to receive the answers as well moving forward. So start putting in your order with the universe. What does Capricorn want? Get clear, get crystal clear. That desire may shift and transform over time, but at least it's better than just leaving things to chance or not having an idea or a clue. At least you're in some type of direction that pulls you out of stagnation, and it pulls you out of being on the fence about a matter in your life, feeling like you're stuck somewhere where you don't need to be. January through to March. Let's continue unfolding for Capricorn. I'll be splitting the deck here. So, stand still. Yeah, that's the kind of energy that I felt. And you could feel because maybe somebody had wished this for you, like you're not moving forward, but there's got to be some level of acceptance. Like maybe I myself have put myself in this standstill. Like I haven't actually chosen. I haven't actually decided. There's a need to decide between January and March to pull you out of this feeling of being stuck or in quicksand or feeling like you can't move forward from an issue. February, you have taking risks. So it's time to be bold. It's time to dance like nobody's watching. It's time to do the thing that actually fulfills you. Capricorns, you are actually very creative. You are highly creative, highly talented and skilled. And some of you leave that on the back burner and do a lot of the mundane stuff that you think, obviously is optimal. But there's got to be a little time carved out for taking a risk, for being bold, for putting yourself out there, putting yourself in new places, situations, scenarios that maybe you never thought you could be a part of. I see two birds here. Okay, there's something about taking flight and launching forward, leaping forward, taking a risk, but also spreading your wings. Spreading your wings. Where have you been playing it shy, or where have you been holding yourself back, keeping yourself in this standstill? If you're a bird that can fly, have you been using your wings, essentially? Have you been using your wings? Have you been experiencing all that life has to offer? Or have you held yourself back? Now, I split the deck and then I just started shuffling because I was sort of meditating, so I do apologize. But I guess I'm just going to go with it, okay? So let's look at March. What's coming up for Capricorn in the month of March, beloved spirit? Leadership. Leadership. Okay. I love that energy. I love the polar bear. I love that North Star, and something about alignment, something feeling like you are connected to something higher than yourself. Okay, I'm seeing the bottom of the deck and we have adventures. I feel like you're on to something between January and March. You are going to move your life out of something that may have felt boring, dull, lacking any sort of like shine or brilliance, not allowing you to shine and be brilliant, and moving ahead with something. This could be a scenario, a situation that allows you to spread your wings and fly, to rejoice, to be all that you can be. A part of your life purpose is definitely leadership in one way or another. But have you figured that out yet? You may be figuring that out between February and March. I really see that. In the month of January, maybe you're praying for the answers to come. And they do come, they do follow. This is going to be a very important next 3 months ahead for the sign of Capricorn. Let's get a divine door here. Capricorn. What's the message for Capricorn? A cure for longing. Love is happiness, a spark inside. Live deliberately and choose boldly, then you have arrived. Yeah, it's time to choose boldly. It's time to maybe do the thing that you've held yourself back from doing for fear of being laughed at, made fun of, not being approved of, but you're kind of shifting away from tribal mentality and moving more into a leader. Maybe being sort of the lone wolf, but it leading you to newer, fresher, more colorful, more vibrant opportunities and experiences more than anything. What do you wish for at this time? Maybe you discover that closer to February, March, maybe January. We kind of just have this energy of being open, perhaps, allowing room and space for clarity to come through, movement out of standstill. You do move out of standstill. It can happen sooner than February and March. We're all going through different timelines, so don't feel like you need to hold yourself back by any means. But I want to remind you, a cure for longing. Love is happiness, a spark inside. Live deliberately and choose boldly, then you have arrived. Something beautiful about that. Now, with that said, I'm going to segue into love. I did love for all of the signs. So let's unfold love for the sign of Capricorn. Love messages, love guidance, love advice, no matter how it wants to come through. Let's see. I'm going to lay out all the cards this time. All right. Unrequited love is at the bottom of the deck. So some of you are breaking free from that. Some of you are separating from situations that weren't going anywhere, situations that weren't promising. Some of you have been single for a while with the separation card and the unrequited love. Time apart from your partners on the horizon. To me, this has already occurred if that's the case. Now, here's the thing, Capricorn. This love portion is just whatever guidance needs to come through for whoever needs to hear it. So if there's a Capricorn that is happily married here and you're looking for stuff around life purpose or career, this portion may not be for you. If you're looking for love guidance, there's some messages. It feels like with this separation, now I'm getting another energy. Some of you Capricorns had to leave somebody, or they chose to leave you. It was the right move. Like, it wasn't going anywhere necessarily, but that doesn't mean it's not painful. Like, somebody had to leave somebody else, and it doesn't mean that for the person who left, it's not painful for them. Some of you think, oh, this person just left me or ghosted me without a care or concern. It hurt their heart, but it was something they had to do, because either the situation wasn't going anywhere, something wasn't clear, maybe a person didn't share everything about themselves. And with the evil eye protection, Capricorn, if there was a separation recently, that was for your highest good. It wasn't to hurt you or to harm you. It was for your highest good. So a need for acceptance and just allowance, and allowing that person to spread their wings and fly so that you can do the same. As you can see here with retreat, you may be retreating so that you can rediscover yourself, Capricorn. You will be rediscovering yourself. Some of you Capricorns have been in a very long-term established relationship for a while, and this could be a time where it's time to reconnect. Maybe some of you are renewing your vows after 10, 20, 30, 40 years. Maybe just bringing more love and attention to your connection, trying to re-spark something. For other Capricorns, you decide you will be remaining single, right? 9 of Pentacles, taking risks. There's a new priority on the mind and heart for the time being. That doesn't mean that it's going to change. Like, it's not going to change soon. It could change soon, but for now, it feels like a lot of you want to free yourself from chains, free yourself from stagnation, free yourself from something that may have been in the way of your true growth. Okay, and you really living a meaningful life the way you would describe it. Okay, 9 of Cups is tapping into some sort of treasure and kind of escape. The word escaping came through, but it's like freeing yourself, right? There's something about freeing yourself, taking control back of your life, not giving your freedom to somebody else to dictate. You're really taking your life into your own hands and consideration. You're being very thoughtful and mindful of how much you're giving to certain things. A lot of you are being overly involved or concerned with drama or things that didn't work out in the past. I feel like you are moving on from the past so that you can live fully now and in the present, and in fact maybe invite in better experiences now. You're taking leadership and ownership of your life, seeing what's out there. So if this is love related, somebody may have, if you hurt somebody or they hurt you, you are kind of just gracefully detaching yourself, cutting the cord, and freeing yourself. I'm also getting this image of the genie in the bottle coming through out of nowhere. Like, if I recall correctly, there was nothing more than that genie really wanted to escape that bottle. Like, he was tired of being there. He wanted to be free. There's something about you wanting to cut the ties or free yourself from something that has clearly held you back in some way. And you will be doing it, and you will be finding your own form of a cure for a longing that you've had for a long time now. Maybe a huge portion of your life, longing for something, but you couldn't quite put your finger on what that is. Maybe you were looking for it in romantic partnerships, intimate relationships, friendship groups. But I feel like the cure is something deeper. It's something deeper. It's something more meaningful, and it's something that is connected to your highest self and your life purpose, and this part of you that is a true leader. Okay? That's what I'm getting here. Now moving to your underlying theme, you have the succulents card, the resilience. This card says, mainly recognized as common houseplants, succulents are known for thriving in difficult situations. They store water in their leaves, stems, and roots, which allows them to thrive long after they've been tended. This card represents the long-term planning, tenacity, and endurance it takes to develop resilience. Take advantage of your own inner reserves of mental and physical resilience in challenging times to remain calm and collected in the face of crisis and confusion. When you tap into this reserve, you are gaining valuable skills and learning important lessons about your limits. This is also the energy of longevity and wanting something long-lasting. Set your intentions for a career, relationship, or situation you'd like to see in the long run. Keep striving for what has been placed in your heart. Stay healthy by watering yourself with love and care. Despite everything you have endured thus far, you continue to bloom. Additional meanings: enduring love, discovering your inner strength. Good fortune is coming your way. Current endeavors will be long-lasting. Growth sparked by adversity. Receiving a gift. Making future plans. Gorgeous, gorgeous energy. If you enjoyed this reading, let me know in the comments below. I love connecting with you there. Give this reading a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.